Dave, you're on mute.
We can't hear you. Are you talking?
Why is my chair doing that? There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
think.
Now we can hear you. We can hear you now.
What if one of those straight men on the all male podcast, the Circle Jerk cast, were wearing a
that's exactly
that's what
I meant. Beth.
You know, that is going to be the name of this episode now, the Circle Jerk.
Circle Jerk.
And that's why I can't listen to Chicklets and I can't listen to last podcast on the left.
Yeah.
So to finish my question, what if one of those straight guys on the Circle Jerk podcast had a pride band for a watch?
You can't see. I mean, unless there's a video component that's not behind a paywall, you're not going to see it.
It's okay. It's a thought that counts.
That was me calling out every podcast ever that has all of their video content behind a paywall.
Yeah. Although
I don't have anything behind a paywall. We'll come to you, to me.
And I'm happy to announce our new subscriber services. And
yeah, we have a Patreon.
It was all just a big lead up.
Yeah, for $10 a month, you can have the entire unedited versions of our episodes.
I feel like there are several people that would pay for that.
Which
maybe three, but I would pay for like a tank of gas for Dave to go to
told me we're dumb that we don't have Patreon.
The problem would be that I would be sent to the hag like immediately. Number one, we would lose all credibility. Not even as like hockey people, but as people.
As human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be an issue.
Yeah.
5.
I mean, but 4.
4.
3.
2.
And 1.
Hello world, here's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, bienvenue, welcome to the Happy Hour.
And we're going to get right back to that. But, welcome back, Happy Hour listeners. We have a full crew tonight for the first time in a while. It's been more than work schedules and other schedules. It's okay, it happens. My name is David Auger. I am at Glaucus123 on Twitter.com. Also, I have a Blue Sky account. Metal Dave as well. I know. I'm it's a whole fucking process with that, but I'll cue you guys into that at some point. I'm joined.
I don't care what happens. The day I get my Blue Sky code, I'm off Twitter forever.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't care what happens.
I'm joined as always by my non-Blue Sky member, Beth.
I do not have Blue Sky. But you can find me at HIVERHUIT on Twitter. My Instagram's private, so leave me alone.
Are you getting harassed on Instagram?
No, I was just tired of the spam, and I don't have any other social media except for Instagram and.
I went private too.
So.
On Instagram?
Yeah,
like people would send you all these crazy DMs, and now or like crazy comments and stuff, and tag you and stuff. It was nuts. I was like
just dumb. Like, and tagging me in this weird shit. Like, no. So I went private.
Yeah.
And Veronica.
I blocked a bunch of people too. Yeah. I'm at CHILE_Pepper on all of the social media platforms.
Except Blue Sky.
Blue Sky David.
That's so crazy. We're the Happy Hour at Happy Hour on Twitter, Happy Hour Pod on Instagram, YouTube.com/Happy Hour, and happyhour.com. What were we talking about before I started the episode?
Why? Because Patreon. I think that a lot of people would be, a lot more people than over to Mastodon and all of that other shit, would be willing to go and check out Jack Dorsey's new thing and say, fuck Elon. I think that a lot of people are going to do that.
Well, Blue Sky, it is a carbon copy of Twitter for the most part. Yeah, it's just that's just it. I have 2 people that follow me on it, so my fame is growing.
Yay.
But yeah, there it is.
You get to have your name that you like.
Yes, I am Metal Dave. Like straight Metal Dave, not like queer Metal
Wow.
Dave.
That's in the nascent stages.
I remember years ago DMing the Metal Dave on Twitter, who, you know, coincidentally enough, had like an Iron Maiden logo. I was like, shit, maybe this guy will be cool. It's like, hey, can I have the Metal Dave username? He pretty much told me to fuck off. And I was like, damn.
I mean, that's his right.
I'm not
Of
gonna...
course he did.
He doesn't tweet anything.
Yeah,
He's also on
motherfucker.
private too, so it's like,
Oh.
Chili Pepper without an underscore also doesn't tweet.
Mm.
And I wanted it, and they wouldn't give it to me.
Rude.
Chili Pepper with an underscore is a lot.
Well, it's my brand now.
It's
Yeah.
easier to read too.
It is easier to read.
It's easier. Yeah, it's easier.
Mine is just weird.
You nailed it. You both nailed it.
Mine's weird,
Um,
but people know it's me. People know
Yep.
it's me.
Yeah. Rock on. What was I looking at the other day?
Oh.
So we actually got some like a good chunk of Habs news today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actual news.
News.
There's a there's a not zero chunk of the Habs fan base that didn't enjoy the news today. In that Sean Monahan is going to be back next year.
Yes, who's
And I
back?
think that's great, especially
Again.
in the conditions that he's coming
Monahan.
back for 1 year at just under $2 million. Monahan for under $2 million. There's no wrong
Like,
avenue.
I literally don't see why people are upset and angry about this at all.
That is,
Equally,
it's like such a monkey wrench of a situation, because
yeah.
it could be like, okay, he may play great for cheap, and then at the trade deadline, you could toss him to somebody else and get a good return if you want to do that. Or he plays great and you keep him, give him a raise the year after, you know,
Yeah,
because
that's what I think it is. I think it's a show me year.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
there is always going to be a question of his health. right?
Exactly.
And
That's
like
the
they
sort of
really
in my timeline, because I have mine so clean now. In my timeline, the one and only comment that I saw had
health.
to do with the insecurity of knowing what's going to happen with his injuries and his old injuries.
and I feel like that played a lot into the contract and the salary, like into the whole deal, is that the management was really excited about him, and because of his injuries that we didn't get to see him for a full season. But what they did see, they really liked, and so they were like, okay, well, we want to see if we can make this work more, so we're gonna do this. And Monahan was like,
trust him
hell
enough.
yeah, I can buy so much toast with this, and I get
Yeah.
to stay here, I don't have to move.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And they trust him, and they trust him enough that they didn't give him, an insignificant contract.
No,
So I thought that showed a lot of respect.
And further to that,
And Monahan wants to stay here quite clearly. So
And,
it should be an interesting season.
And further to that, I mean, he came to the Habs at a $6.3 million contract.
Exactly.
How the what is it there? The brain trust of the Habs, no, Hughes and Gorton, went from 6.3 down to 1.9 for 1 year, because like he's 28 years old. And he's not like an insignificant forward as well. You know, he has years in
I thought he was
Calgary.
younger than that. Is he 28?
He's 28. Yeah, older. He's on the older spectrum of hockey player.
It's
Okay.
But
that makes even more sense to me then. I thought he was I was getting him mixed up with Kirby Dack.
oh, maybe. Oh yeah, Doc's a whole
just
other.
in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes even more sense to me then. That
Mhm.
he's
Yep. The so the thing with Monahan though that was really great. He only played 25 games with the Habs, but he also had 17 points in those 25 games. He was definitely a contributor. And just looking at his stats in Calgary, he's been that and more for a long
good
time.
teammate.
and a team guy.
I saw that in him every time he was on the camera, that
The-
he's a good teammate.
Yes, this whole thing, like, there's no loss here. I mean,
No.
the worst thing that could happen is game 1 injured, and then that's it. And it's like, oh well, okay,
Yes.
there goes $2 million, unfortunately. So there's that. So that was
That's
the.
not
It'll
going
be
to happen.
fine.
I know, no,
I
it's not
think
going to
we're
happen.
gonna have fun. I think his teammates are gonna be excited.
He is also, funny enough, he was the 6th overall pick in 2013. Another first rounder for the Habs.
I did not realize that either.
Yep, very high in the draft, and I mean,
That has to do with it's all just too much. Like, maybe I'm too old now, but it's just like, fuck, there's so much noise.
he back in 2019, he had an 82-point season as well. Guy was really up there. Good for him.
Yeah.
Guy knows it. Okay, so there's that.
I was among the few last season who was like, no, yeah, let's keep him. Like, right?
Yeah, there's no, like, I would rather keep him than not, and just because those 25 games, I'm like, damn. If we
It's a reasonable contract.
things started going off the rails for the Habs when like Monahan, I don't think he started the season with the Habs either. Like, he came in kind of like a month or two later because he was injured.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
okay. I was like,
still recovering from surgery, I think
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
And it was that golden era where we had both Monahan and Doc in the lineup where it was like,
Yes.
damn, this team can fucking play when they're healthy. And then, Doc, something happened to Doc, Monahan got injured, and everything. I mean, things weren't great, but it went really off the rails once the forward core started, collapsing around us.
Yeah, and we were without Savard for quite a while as well,
Mhm.
and the goalies missed that guy.
And it was the whole defense situation was kind of like the same thing with Savard, because even with Savard in the lineup, oh boy, the first few months there were really bad, and then it got really good. And the same thing can be even said about Matheson too. Great preseason. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be great. Starts the game, and it was awful. And then progressively, we saw what Mike Matheson can really do, and he is going to be very good for the Habs.
And I think too that what they were working towards takes a while to get. What is it? You have to fail first. Oh, this was I think it was a Lorne Michaels quote, that you have to fail first and then you get good. And their chemistry just kept growing and growing. I thought that, until they started falling like flies, they were getting exciting, and they were finding something here.
Yeah. Thankfully, they finally,
because there's no pressure, right?
And
there's no pressure.
No, and thankfully, what the Habs did to help with that is that they found the two guys that were breaking everyone's knees in the locker room and fired them, and now it'll be a lot better moving forward. We don't recall the two medical people that were let go last week or the week before.
Mm-hmm.
They were definitely breaking people's
confirmed.
knees. Yep, it was confirmed.
It's not just Tony talking.
Yep. They saw one of the play, like Kirby Doc push him down the stairs, and just awful. Found them. We got those bastards this time. Yeah. So that's the major news.
Was there anything else? Oh, the Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, the Grand Prix this past weekend. Good job, drivers.
Yeah.
yay.
Woo!
I do want to
Yay,
go
winner.
one of these days. I do want to go up and
It's so loud.
and check it
I
out.
couldn't do it.
Oh well, it's pretty fun. Apparently, it's a party. And
Looks like it.
I'm always
I had a
for a
friend.
party.
I had a friend.
Haven't you
who
ever
went.
heard about the Le Mans disaster in the 50s, where one of the cars went into the stands, fucking decapitated people, and there was hundreds dead. Le Mans, 1952, I think it is. You know when you're going to see me at a Grand Prix? Never.
This was in
Never.
France.
Never at a car race. You will never see me at a fucking car race.
That's incredible. Killing 83 spectators And the driver? Oh, that's tragic.
Dave, where did you
The
think Le
driver
Mans was?
sacrificed himself to save the guy behind him.
Oh,
It's a
and-
whole. I listened to a My Favorite Murder episode about it. I don't think I talked about it on Twitter, but yeah. So I feel like those boys are risking their lives when I see those photos.
Sometimes I talk about accidents on My Favorite Murder.
Oh, that's so crazy. So Switzerland had a ban on motorsports up until March 2023. They just lifted it
Yes.
because of that.
They held out. Like a lot of people were telling them, you can come back. And they're like, you know what? We're not gonna fucking like they were the most principled of all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And there's this unfortunate sort of side story about the driver, the winner, being caught on camera drinking the champagne after what had just happened because the race didn't stop. They kept on going.
I mean, when you're on a heater,
Oh my God. The story is so horrific. Trigger warning, people. Sorry for the late, but it's
It was the
so
50s.
horrific. Oh, but there are actual photos of the disaster, and the podcast episode that I listened to was about a guy who was there. Oh, and he went on to lead quite a remarkable life, but
Yeah, that's
it's
pretty
just it's crazy AF.
well,
Anyway, I think it was Carrie Price and Paul Byron and Cole Caulfield.
yeah, I think so as well. Something like that.
Yeah.
I know Caulfield was with some of his Team USA friends, Zegras and other person.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
There's a CG animated film about it. Let's see about that.
It's a fascinating story. It's a fascinating story. And it's fascinating because there's almost these like National Geographic live shots
Oh
of
yeah.
the scene. Black and white, like it's just a fascinating story.
Wikipedia. Type. Crash. Cause. Track layout.
Oh.
Damn.
Ooh.
It's got like a roller coaster tycoon, foobar at that point. Damn.
See, okay, so when I was a kid, I lived near the Virginia Busch Gardens, and when I was a kid, they had a ride called Le Mans, but it was just one of those the cars were wrong. It was like the Model T Fords or whatever, but you could get in a Model T Ford and drive along this like track. It was for kids basically to pretend they're driving a car, but the car just you didn't have to hold onto the wheel or turn or anything. Like it would just go along this like
Like a
basically
track.
like a train track or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They
really
did-
something.
They did not say anything about the tragedy, but now it's gone and there's some like a roller coaster there now.
Oh, perfect.
I think
Wow.
it's the Griffin. I think the Griffin is there now.
They criticized the layout of the 30-year-old track. Now, they're saying 30 years old in 1950s, so this thing was put together during the Depression, which had not been designed for cars as fast as those involved in the crash. Funny story regarding that. As everyone knows, I was in Vegas last month, right?
Yes.
Oh, also, okay, wow, this is branching off into different things. So my mother got herself and her hubby a table poolside on the Strip, right? So they could watch the Stanley Cup parade.
Holy shit.
Love it.
That I
So
can't even.
cool.
And I didn't watch a lot of it, but I only caught snippets of
I haven't seen it.
the players talking about it is
Like,
so
yeah.
fucking. They're really digging into it. They're like, I think it was William Carlson was like, "You guys have been with us since day one," and they are plastered. They're gone, and
That's
man, some of
awesome.
these freaking.
David,
It's so funny.
may I ask you a personal question?
Sure, how personal is this gonna be for our riveting audience?
Are the Vegas Golden Knights your secret second team?
Mm-mm.
Answer me honestly.
They are not. I just wanted Florida to lose so badly because I think people got
Is it- We're seeing fun of them.
they got well, it's Vegas, but they also people seem to forget how the Panthers play the Habs like the past 2 or 3 years, and
Mackenzie Weegar, you will pay.
I
Several
fucking
things.
hate it when the Habs play the Panthers because they're dirty, 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 filthy bastard players.
Yeah.
And I was rooting for them because they were against the Leafs. That is an automatic root for them.
Obviously.
I would root for the Canes if they had to play the Leafs. Like, Canes, take them out.
Hurricanes?
Yes.
Oh, same, 100%.
Yeah. But then after that, nothing. And then I was caught up in well, it's because the Panthers went up against Boston, and I was like, oh, they're going to get killed by Boston. But then they didn't. I'm like, oh my God, they better beat the Leafs. And then they did.
Yeah, no shit.
And then they went up against the Canes. I'm like, well, fuck the Canes. And then they did. But as soon it was Vegas and Panthers, I'm like, Vegas has to murder these upstart bastards. And they did. I'm so happy that they did. But now, like, Vegas is one of those teams that I don't have, like, any animosity towards, which is rare.
Yeah.
It's everything.
That's
I
what I'm
do hate
talking
it.
about. That's what I'm talking about. Like that, I guess that is for you number 2 in your heart.
The number 2 for me, wow, you know, I never think about it because I am a one-team dude usually, but if I had a number
Yeah, me
2,
too.
like my own personal number 2, I'd have to be like with the Knights for my mom's sake, but that's like because I have a, you know, that whole thing. Like my own personal number 2.
We'll go around.
Might be the Rangers.
Same.
What?
Same.
Why?
It's yet another team that I don't have anything against.
Oh, okay. So I never root for Chris Kreider, ever.
No,
I do not root for Chris Kreider.
absolutely
Kreider,
not.
whatever. But I am
Maybe
madly in love
Rangers.
with platonically
Oh, well.
Mika Zibanejad and Igor Shesterkin.
A good
And
show,
Beyond
Platonic,
Everywhere.
by the way.
Huh?
And
What'd you say, Dave?
I said it's a good show, by the way, Platonic on Apple TV Plus
Oh yeah.
or Apple
I'm
TV,
mad.
whatever.
Logan.
They're also okay. I don't know. I got roped in by Rangers Twitter. I've made so many friends. I don't think they listen, but if you do listen, hello, I love you all. You're great. And then I just was like, we're here and we love them. And on my work badge, I have a Habs jersey pin and a Rangers jersey pin.
Nice.
But the Habs one is closer to where my heart is on the side that I wear.
Ah, anatomy.
Like a wedding ring.
Mm-hmm.
My second team is the Canucks. And I never in a million years thought that would ever happen over the years that everybody's been asking me why I don't cheer for the Canucks, because I'm a Habs fan. Why would I cheer for the Canucks? And now my kids started getting into the Canucks, and I've been watching them a lot. We watch every game together, and you know, I'm developing an affection for these players. I think they've got serious issues up at the top, but Kuzmenko, I really like that player. I really like watching that player more than the little one, the blonde, the Swede.
Brock Besser?
No,
No, he's not a Swede.
the captain, future captain, and Hughes. So the blonde Swede, the little
Quinn
guy.
Hughes looks like a haunted Victorian child.
I know, eh? And they both have that
What
look about
does
them.
he see? Pedersen.
That's him.
That is
Pedersen,
not a
Oyster.
little blonde boy. That is a
He's
tall
Very
blonde child.
tall. He is.
That kid's a giraffe.
He's got the neck of a giraffe.
Oh yeah.
That's
He's
true.
6'2".
The guy has
Right.
like 5 extra vertebra in his friggin' neck for
Yes,
sure.
he does.
Um
100%. I really like him, of course, too, but Kuzmenko,
Mm.
that one is my favorite. I just like watching him.
You know, I never finished my story. So this goes back to Le Mans, the disaster, and Vegas,
Okay.
and then we were talking about the
Back
parade.
around.
The whole thing, the reason why I mentioned it is that because they said, oh, the track in Le Mans was too old for the cars on it.
Yeah.
When I was in Vegas, it was such a pain in the ass to get around because they were retarring the entire strip.
Oh my.
Okay, I mean, the thing
Could
was,
you?
the roads in Vegas are
God.
jacked
Could
up.
you imagine that?
Oh.
Like, they're doing it lane by lane by lane, but like, it's a fucking disaster because, you know, you're trying to
Oh.
get around in the strip and it's just impossible because they're doing
Impossible.
road construction
It is
practically
the roads were
24/7. The
Jesus
reason
Christ.
that they're doing it is that there's going to be a
Drag racing.
Grand Prix in the Vegas on the strip.
What could go wrong?
They are
Also
retarring
Fast
it
and
so
Furious
that
11.
it can handle the you know, the
Vegas strip.
F1 cars.
And the heat.
Oh yeah.
it's gonna melt the tires.
It is what? Ugh.
So just
What
that
if
made me
they?
feel it.
What if they're gonna put like the cooling stuff that they put under the hockey rink underneath the strip?
But like that is gonna have. They're gonna have to bring in Elon Musk if they're gonna want to build that shit, right?
Oh yeah, if they want to have it underground. You know, guys, what we can do is
Oh,
have a track
so
underground. That way there's no way that people can get there.
Oh.
Great idea, Musk, you fucking idiot. Anyway. God. So that's Le Mans. The Le Mans disaster, you know, very insightful stuff. Thank you, Veronica.
Yeah,
Um,
there's lots of really cool stories to read.
No, it's motorsports has a checkered history. Ha!
Oh my god! Fired! Fired!
Yes.
Fired!
Yes. Yes.
Boo! Tomato! Tomato! Tomato!
Woo! Yeah. Oh man, I am growing into it. Let's go.
Oh.
The only other news we had comes from our beloved Angela Price.
Sorry, I can't even be serious.
She stated on a thing that was not our podcast that Carrie Price, that her and Price are going to be, you know, they're interested in buying a house downtown, apparently, to stay closer to their interest in Montreal. And also, Price is apparently going to be ready for training camp.
No, I don't know about. She didn't say ready. She said back in town.
Okay,
For
yeah,
sure.
I'm sure she had to like nitpick her words with that, but that's like one of the big questions with the Habs. Price, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for Price to be sitting around for, and yeah, I get it, long-term injury reserve, blah 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 blah. But I do, in my mind and in my heart of hearts, I see Price doing everything possible to get back to the game if he can do it without murdering himself.
True. Yes. Absolutely.
And that's gonna be interesting to look at.
Yeah, there's two scenarios. He just goes off into the night, or he works to come back, and we have a wonderful story to tell,
Oh yeah,
or a terrible story to tell.
or an incredible trade.
Well, that's
That-
not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, that would be seismic. I can't even imagine how it would
No.
work out.
Yeah.
Twitter would be
Oh
unusable.
Lord.
Unusable. that
Like,
day.
What in my mind, because one of my friends is a big old Bruins fan, and he was saying that now this might have changed because I don't keep up with Bruins news, but they're not going to be signing Olmark. They're going to be letting him go, and I'm like, man.
I do not know who that is.
Like one of their goalies.
Oh,
He carry? I think he carried a lot of the load in the first round.
who was the other one in the rumors the last
Yeah.
time?
Mm.
Which one?
Which rumors?
The last goalie that everybody's like, wow, isn't that
the kid there.
kid like a
Leon?
weird?
No, what the
Mm.
hell was his name? I don't remember.
Yes, right.
But
Very much.
Olmark was incredible in the last season.
How old is he?
He is not old. No, he's
Early
29.
20s.
Excuse me.
Oh,
But like
That's a good
he played
goalie.
he played 49 games for the Bruins, much like Price did for the Habs. And of course the Bruins had a historic season last season until, they, fucked it up. But
Goodness. We don't talk enough about that.
it is, we should be hammering the Bruins for that.
Yeah.
But
We really, really should.
he had just the stats that Allmark have were off the charts. So like I don't know why the Bruins wouldn't want to keep him, but that was the whole rumor going around. I'm thinking, well, wouldn't that be a get for the Habs? Getting Allmark and then somehow offloading Price somehow. I'm like, oh my God, that would be fucking insane.
Apparently, our fellow there, Hughes, made remarks this week. My son always reads me the alerts if it has to do with the Habs.
Oh, that's nice.
And apparently he said, going after a goalie is not out of the question, or is going after a goalie in the draft not out of the question. I'm going to have to ask Max because I can't remember now.
well, I think what they have now, they are not even covered.
But they have to go after a goalie. Like you have to
They-
at least do your due diligence.
Yeah, I mean, like with what the Habs have now active, I don't think they're fully covered down through Trois Rivières.
Oh yeah.
Or if they are just barely. Like everybody's
like
got
this-
two, and there's no
It's
third.
looking
There's
so
no
bad in the
room
goalie
for anything.
situation right now.
Yeah, they have like zero wiggle room if a goalie
Yeah.
goes down next season. So that's, it's definitely one of the things that keep an eye on with the Habs. But like if there's you heard it here first, David Auger says that something will happen between the Habs and the Bruins that might involve Price and Allmark. Could
They
you
can't afford-
imagine?
They can't. The
10:32
the Bruins can't
PM.
afford
Shit.
Price.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
There's rumors that they. Who is it? Somebody. I have a friend who is a Bruins reporter. He runs the Locked On Bruins podcast. Hold on.
Or
But-
it would have to be something like
Oh.
diabolical, like he did with that other one that nobody understands to this day.
It'd
Involving
be
all kinds of players and all kinds of different contract situations.
Oh, it'd have to be like a 3-team thing because you have to find a team
Yeah.
dumb enough to take Price's contract because he has like
Yes.
another 3 years. But I honestly don't think that the Habs will be able to be like 100% competitive until
Yeah.
they get rid of Price's contract. Unless Price has a miraculous recovery and he's like, I'm actually back. And then, who knows what happens at that point. But
I really think in my heart he's never going to play again.
yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And then training camp, I'm telling, oh boy, training camp's gonna be very interesting.
Well, he's going to
I
want to be with the boys, right? He feels like that's still his
Mhm.
heart is
I mean,
still
it's just
there.
like Paul is still hanging around the team
Yeah.
and doing stuff.
Yeah.
I think
That's what
I
I
can't
want to
find the
do
tweet, but I
during
think
the
that-
day, go hang out with my friends for sure.
Yeah. I think the rumblings were that like not signing Martian. I don't know. I can't find the tweet. It's too far back.
Oh, there's a lot going on in Bruins land. Ooh, boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We are also at our time. Real quick, what are we watching?
I'm watching Black Mirror. It's really good. I have a fun fact that I need to share with you guys. It's going to blow your mind.
Do it.
Going to blow your minds. John Williams, the movie composer. Do you know who his son is?
Brad Williams.
No. His son's name is Joseph Williams. Do you know what his job is?
Is he a See, if I'm John Williams' son, what was the one thing I wanted to do all my life after my father became rich? I have no idea.
Me neither. Something in hockey?
He's the lead singer of Toto.
What?
I just found this. It's true. I just found this out, and
Oh
I
my
was mind was blown. Blown.
Toto. That is so heartwarming.
It's
Holy moly.
damn it. Do you know how much money John Williams has?
Yeah.
Do you
he
know the
has
movies?
most-
Like, Veronica, do you know the movies that
Good
John
heavens.
Williams has composed for?
No.
All right, I'm gonna
Star
name
Wars,
some of
Jurassic
them.
Park.
Okay. Oh, he's that guy.
No,
yeah,
yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, Star
He
Wars,
has the most Grammys. I mean, and Oscars ever.
Indiana Jones, Jaws.
Yes,
This guy
yes.
has
I know
written
I know who you're talking about now.
fucking
I know who you're,
maybe
he was just-
Schindler's
we were talking
List.
about him
I
a
don't
few
know.
Weeks ago.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, because he and Spielberg were like.
Oh
besties.
my god,
Yes.
Jurassic Park. Like every movie that
Okay, I
shaped.
get it.
Yeah, he's the guy's like a trillionaire. He's the goddamn
Yeah.
like Bill Gates of
And then
composing music.
His son,
His
It's
son
the
is
lead
the
of
lyric
Toto.
Decided to.
it's 2023, and everybody knows who Toto is still.
Jesus Christ. Wow, they got a fucking monopoly on music, don't they?
They sure fucking do.
That's fucking
Africa?
crazy.
right?
Toe the line, fucking Roxana. Was it Roxana? Rosanna?
No, that's the police.
Oh shit, no, Rosanna.
Oh yeah.
All
Rosanna.
I wanna do
Rosanna.
leading is hold you tight.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking.
so good.
Don't worry,
learned
Dad.
how
I'm
to
going to
use
start a
the
band.
TikTok.
All right, son.
I think I don't have Toto on my
What are you watching, Veronica?
okay, I watched the whole entire season, binged the last season of Never Have I Ever. I've talked about this show before on
Ooh.
Netflix. It's created by Mindy Kaling. I think the writing is amazing. It's entirely narrated by John McEnroe he's kind of narrating in the background, and that's kind of the whole cute thing about the whole show is that somebody's always narrating in the background and being very colorful about it. It's very cleverly written. The cast is wonderful. I love the diversity because I never even picked up on the diversity part until the last season. And I was like, wow, this show has everything. And the reason that I hadn't noticed is because it looks like real life. Everywhere we go all day long. So I loved all of those sort of charming things about the show.
Wait.
It's a bunch of really cute stories.
The tennis player?
John McEnroe. It's fucking hilarious. Give it a chance. Watch the first episode because it's about an Indian family from India, and the kid is the dorky Indian kid, and she's funny AF. And it
Nice.
turns out she's born in Mississauga.
Oh, Mississauga.
One of us.
Nice.
No kidding.
And it's just such a charming young cast. I loved it, every minute of it, and I'm gonna watch it again.
Nice. And
Yeah.
that was
Never have I
never have
ever.
I ever. That's right. Okay. Ooh, we should play that sometime. No, we should not play that. Actually,
Veronica would win.
yes, yes.
What does that mean? That I haven't done things or that I have done
Oh, I
things?
see. I get that part of the game mixed up all the time, and that's
Yeah.
why people cannot play that with me. But I
Especially-
too was watching Black Mirror. I'm very
Oh, good. This season's so good.
I'm so 50-50 on that show because I don't know if it's supposed to be a show about the horrors of technology or what. Because a lot of the early
It's supposed
seasons
to be.
was that.
It's the creators come out about this. It's supposed to be about how technology can be bad, or people can be bad when using technology. Like it can be bad in the hands of the wrong people.
Yeah,
Kind of
okay.
thing, like power.
Well, I
abusing
mean,
and all
then
that.
all right, then that's kind of that. Yeah, you said it better than how I said it myself. But so then what was Lock Henry? What's the tech in there? Like VHS tapes?
I mean, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think it's supposed to be just about technology. That one, and then the movie star one.
Not Joan
The-
Hen.
No. It was the
The paparazzi
third-
one.
the paparazzi one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one a lot because I'm like, well, I didn't expect that to happen.
Me either. I was
I was like,
okay,
what?
Okay, but the Twilight callback. Oh my! I was like,
Oh wow, yeah, I guess that did happen.
that part.
Oh.
I was like, okay, and then there was still the twist, and I was like, I didn't see that coming. Did not see it coming.
There's stuff with Black Mirror that I do really, really enjoy, and there's plenty about Black Mirror that I'm like, Jesus Christ. This is so overblown. Like, one of the things I'm not liking is that this particular season, I get it. Great. I loved the last episode. I thought that was really
The last episode
fun.
was so fun.
But,
Veronica,
like,
you would love it.
It's
Do you think there's no like sci-fi, no shit like that?
it's all sci-fi.
It's all
Oh,
sci-fi,
then I
but
wouldn't
but
like it at all.
it's set in the 70s. No, is it the 70s?
Yeah,
Is-
this
is-
one was this particular one,
It's set
yeah.
in the 70s in the UK.
Yeah.
This girl accidentally like activates this like old talisman and summons a demon, and he takes the shape of the lead singer from Boney M.
So it's already very, very entertaining. But the thing is, like,
funny.
He's so it's good. It's good.
they're saying episodes. The episode was like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, all the episodes are like
I'll
movies.
try it.
I
I'll
was
put
like,
it on.
Fuck
Breaking News.
me. But there's Black Mirror can be very, very good. And other times I'm like, fuck that. And okay, anyway. But so I watched that, liked it, also didn't like it. And the season finale of the current season of Demon Slayer also happened, and they finally did it. Spoiler alert, not
They
gonna
slayed
say
the
anything.
demon?
Yeah. Demons
Oh.
were slayed. Thank goodness. And that's it. All right. Thank you, everybody.
That's it.
Thank you for listening. Have yourselves a good
Thank you for
evening.
listening.
And
Oh, one of the funniest characters on that show is the super woke history teacher.
perfect. Love that. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.
Just wanted to make sure people knew that because that was fucking fun.
Awesome. Good work.